More hydrocarbon detected near Gulfstream vessel. Fishermen blame TNT salvage for new oil spill. Watson Duke says 50 million not enough. And coral bleaching recovery detected at Mount Irving. Good evening, I am Bianna Brebner. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Thursday, June 13th, 2024. Now to our top story. Hydrocarbon deposits were detected near the overturned Gulfstream vessel. A media release from the Office of the Chief Secretary stated that the Chief Secretary held an emergency meeting concerning the matter. Officials from the THA, representatives from the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries, and the Environmental Management Agency, the THA's Department of Marine Affairs, the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard, and the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Management were also at the meeting. The weather and sea conditions, including high tides and high wave swells, affected the vessel, resulting in more hydrocarbon deposits. The release noted that the Ministry of Energy will continue to manage its operation for extracting hydrocarbons from the vessel. Currently, there is no imminent threat to the coastline. The All Tobago Fisher Folk Association is accusing TNT Salvage of removing an oil boom against their advice, leading to oil being detected in waters near Crown Point. Fishermen encountered oil in the water yesterday while catching bait. The oil is believed to have originated from the Gulfstream shipwreck on a reef near Cove. The Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries engaged the international company TNT Salvage to decant the bunker fuel from the wreck and salvage the vessel to prevent further contamination to the area. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details in this report.
Fishermen were outraged when they pulled up their fishing tackles from the waters near Crown Point and found them coated in bunker fuel, similar to what was leaking from the Gulfstream wreck near Cove. It was a situation they feared would happen. President of the All Tobago Fisher Folk Association, Curtis Douglas, said they had warned the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries and TNT Salvage not to remove the oil booms placed around the wreck.
TNT Salvage told TIMA to have it removed because it's obstructing the operation. When the fisher folk advised due to the variation of the current and how the current flows, this would have happened.
They are now worried about the oil potentially reaching Store Bay and the Buku Reef, two of Tobago's most popular tourism sites.
If that oil spill should reach Store Bay or reach the reef, I do not know what they will tell us in this fishing industry, because by then we want no sorry, and we want no, oh God, we didn't know, because we warned you all.
ATFA is calling for immediate action and the reinstallation of the oil booms to prevent further contamination.
But the government of Trinidad and Tobago, preferably Ministry of Energy and TNT Salvage, put on all the pants and get it right. We are not going to stand for this, because this is a blatant attack on the fishing industry.
They are very worried about the impact of the oil on fish in the area and how it will affect their ability to catch bait. Douglas stated that they are reaching their limit regarding what they can endure in the fishing industry.
The next step would not be taken this lightly.
Following confirmation that oil was detected near Crown Point, the Office of the Chief Secretary informed the media that an emergency meeting was held with the relevant agencies. It was determined that one large deposit of hydrocarbons drifted away from the Gulfstream vessel. While they noted that there was no immediate threat to the coastline, vessels were deployed to dissipate the rogue oil deposit. Meanwhile, work is ongoing to decant the remaining 11,000 barrels of bunker fuel left in the wreck. This process has encountered some delays due to periodic rough sea conditions and bad weather. It is expected to be completed by the end of July. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The central government's only granting the Tobago House of Assembly $50 million for the oil spill cleanup has been a pressing topic. Initially, the Chief Secretary requested $153 million to cover all costs. President of the All Tobago Fisher Folk Association, Curtis Douglas, expressed that $50 million was insufficient. Political leader of the Progressive Democratic Patriots, Watson Duke, also shared these sentiments, explaining what he thinks should be done. Here's more.
PDP leader Watson Duke said $50 million is insufficient, expressing solidarity with ATFA President Curtis Douglas. However, Duke wants to hear how the Secretary for the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, Natisha Charles Panton, intends to spend this money.
Because there'll be another problem that my good friend Curtis Douglas would have. When that $50 million come to Tobago, fishermen will not taste 1 cent of that money. And I wish to repeat, my good friend Curtis Douglas will have another problem on his hand.
Duke stated that it is important for Secretary Charles Panton to listen and understand that Tobago is looking at her.
We want to hear whether or not the $50 million will go towards the fisher folk or it will go towards all of Tobago. And we want to hear how that money will be spent as we make requests for more money. Because what Curtis Douglas is saying is that for fisher folk alone, $50 million is not enough. And he has all the facts, he has all the information. Kudos to Curtis Douglas. He makes good representation every time.
However, Duke questioned whether more than $50 million would be enough to give to the fisherfolk. When asked if the government should compensate the fisherfolk through grants, he said that if the $50 million was allocated for oil spill expenses, Tobago must first account for that $50 million.
And ensure the money goes towards that. If Trinidad wants, they should now give another set of money to Tobago to pay fishermen specially. Alright? But if it's oil spill, there are many other aspects to the oil spill apart from the fishermen who played a very great and daring role.
Duke said the fisherfolk's role should not be minimized. However, concerning the other contributors to the oil spill operations, he noted that according to Curtis Douglas, there may not be enough even for them. Duke said the true cost of operations must be quantified, giving the public a breakdown of the cost in the interest of transparency. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Still to come, Tobago fishermen assures that invoices were submitted and later students learn about recycling. Stay with us.
It's a different type of thing down there, and we party till we drop down there, with a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago.
The countdown is on to the Tobago Public Service Day Expo 2024. Join us on July 5th at the Shore Park Complex to discover the dynamic world of public service where innovation meets dedication. Explore exciting careers, experience innovative services, enjoy interactive displays, and a whole lot more. Come join us on July 5th at the Shore Park Complex from 9:30 a.m. Visit the office of the Chief Secretary's Facebook page for details. Tobago Public Service Day Expo 2024. Public service now and beyond.
Notice is hereby given that the 63rd Annual General Meeting, AGM, of the Bethel Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited will take place using a hybrid format on Thursday, June 27th from 5 p.m. The physical location will be upstairs the Mount Marie branch office. The purpose of the meeting is to receive minutes of the 62nd Annual General Meeting, to receive reports as follows: statutory and board-appointed committees, report of the auditor and audited financial statements, to receive budgetary proposals for 2024, to elect officers, to approve general resolutions, and lastly to transact any other business that may properly come before the meeting. A digital copy of the AGM brochure is available on the website. Please visit our website at www.bethelcredituniontt.com or any one of our branches for further information.
This Father's Day, treat Dad to an unforgettable musical experience. Join Plymouth Butter's The Steel Sensations as they celebrate our fathers, featuring the incredible sounds of Cuts and Jammers, the dynamic beats of First Citizens Tobago Panthers, and the sweet melodies of Alpha Pan Pioneers. Bring the whole family for a day filled with music, joy, and celebration. Sunday, June 16th, right next to the Plymouth Play Park. Admission is free. Enjoy sensational music as we celebrate our beloved fathers. Celebrate Dad and vibrant sounds of steeple music this Father's Day.
Welcome back. Fishermen are refuting claims from the Minister of Finance that not enough invoices were submitted to validate their claims from the oil spill. The THA requested 153 million, however only 50 million was authorized by the central government. Within that 50 million allocation, no provisions were made for fishermen. Finance Minister Colin Imbert stated that the budget division approved 50 million because that was all the invoices they could validate. More from Candice Jackson.
Minister of Finance Colin Imbert told Parliament that only a third of the THA's request was supported by invoices and documents, resulting in $50 million for oil spill relief. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine refuted that statement and noted that all the necessary documents were submitted, including a request from the fishermen. However, the fishermen's request was not honored. President of the All Tobago Fisherfolk Association, Curtis Douglas, is not pleased.
I would have sent a document with a study that was done by ATFA to show within 61 days, 63 days, we would have suffered, we would have lost over $14 million. And that was calculated, Mr. Imbert, I know you're a genius. That was calculated by how many fishermen, the bait that they wasn't able to ascertain, and how many pounds of fish a day was caught.
Since the oil spill began on February 7th, some fishermen have had their vessels damaged by the oil. Others who assisted in the response efforts in the days and weeks afterwards also encountered damages to their vessels. This has significantly affected the ability of the fishermen to ply their trade.
Who would have worked on an oil spill would have sent in invoices of work that was done that we still ain't get paid yet for. And on top of that, we would have sent a breakdown of how many fisher folk were damaged, the vendors were affected, and the earnings, and they were able to move from point A to point B, hampering their income. And they, up to now, no one have tried to meet the fisher folk halfway. Additionally,
traditional fishing grounds for bait, barracuda, snappers, and other species were affected by the presence of oil in the water. Coupled with a 500-meter restriction zone around the wreckage at Cove, fishermen now have to travel further distances to catch fish and bait, increasing their overhead costs.
If you don't want to deal with the THA, you can deal with all Tobago fisher folk. And let's have a sit down and let's work out the figures.
The Chief Secretary indicated that although nothing in the $50 million fund was allocated specifically for the fishermen, he would ensure they received some relief. However, he did not specify the value of the relief. Since the incident on February 7th, the only assistance fishermen have received from the THA were food vouchers worth $1,000. No other government agency has offered them any other forms of relief. ATFA has been assisting individual fishermen in whatever way they can. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The 2024 dry season proved challenging with hot days and nights. It has also significantly affected the country's water supply with decreased water supply to households. Brian Williams, head of Tobago Region of Water and Sewage Authority, discussed the extent to which the dry season has affected Tobago's water supply and what is being done to mitigate its effect. Ariana Scipio has the details.
Brian Williams said this year's dry season had been very harsh. He said water flow from the rivers have decreased by 80%, noting that the Corland Water Treatment Plant typically produces 8,000 cubic meters of water daily, which has been reduced to 1,500 cubic meters daily.
It has been reduced to a stream in this moment. Notwithstanding, as an organization, we have a responsibility to deliver the service within the confines of quality, flows and pressures. It has the harshest of the dry season, which is global, regional, and as for the context, for the purposes of the discussion, local, they have put us in a very precarious position.
Williams said plans are in place to mitigate the effects of the dry season, sharing the measures they took.
We have a very aggressive groundwater development program across Tobago, because let me just back up and say that we do about 12 million gallons of water per day, and it's about a 50-50 split between surface sources, Corland, Richmond, Kingsby, and groundwater, which are wells that are located across the length and breadth of the island.
He noted that the groundwater supply system seems to be resilient against the dry season. However, the surface sources pose some challenges.
So in our planning process, what we are doing, we have embarked on a wells development program where we are aggressively investigating and drilling new wells to ensure that during the dry season months, we are able to sustainably provide a supply to mitigate against the climatic changes.
Williams highlighted that the Hillsborough Dam has a carrying capacity of 250 million imperial gallons of water. However, at the moment, the Hillsborough Dam is 40% filled, which is way below its long-term average of 58%.
The requirement in our management plan, the requirement is that at the start of the dry season, at the end of the rainy season, January 1, we attempt to ensure that all the reservoirs are filled. And the abstraction is managed to allow us to get to the end of the dry season with reserves to last us through.
Moreover, Williams noted that in addition to the harsh dry season, there is some aged infrastructure which has leakage issues, stating that they are working on this issue and changing out old infrastructure. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Institute of Marine Affairs has reported signs of recovery at the reef near Mount Irving in Tobago following observations of coral bleaching on the nearby Buku Reef. Conducting their annual reef survey, the IMA noted encouraging developments during their recent visit to Mount Irving. After last year's marine heatwave triggered bleaching in the area, the IMA observed some signs of bleaching recovery at Mount Irving. Particularly noteworthy was the sight of several juvenile corals, which experts regard as a positive indicator of reef health. The IMA's ongoing survey aims to assess the condition of reefs across Tobago, providing crucial insights into impact of environmental factors on marine ecosystems. Their findings underscore the resilience of coral reef amidst challenges posed by climate change and warming ocean temperatures. The presence of juvenile corals at Mount Irving suggests a potential for regeneration and growth within the reef ecosystem despite previous stress events. You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Tobago, the date has been set. Saturday, June 22nd, we head to the Jade Monkey once again for the launch of their 2024 Jufi and Mass Band presentation for Tobago Carnival. On Saturday, June 22nd, we gather at the Jade Monkey to get a glimpse of the Jade Monkey Mass presentation for 2024, the Tobago Festival, and also the launch of the Jade Monkey Jufi, Monkey See, Monkey Do.
I come from the Twin Island.
Get ready for another year of Tobago Carnival with the best band in Tobago, Jade Monkey Mass and the Jade Monkey Jufi. So come out on June 22nd as we launch Monkey See, Monkey Do Jufi, and for Tobago Mass, the Tobago Festival's presentation, brought to you by the Jade Monkey. This one powered by Carib, Digicel, and Next 99.1 FM, a member of the TTT Limited Media Network. Jade Monkey.
Sun Up Tobago is here. Join us on Saturday, July 6th from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Delta Compound Argyle for an unforgettable summer experience. Enjoy an all-inclusive experience with mouth-watering food, coolers are allowed, and best island vibe. This is a tickets-only event. Get your tickets now at Barco, Los, and Pablo's Argyle. Don't miss out on the event of the summer. Sun Up Tobago, sponsored by Tobago Updates, B-Mobile, State Solutions, and Thorns Place.
Look at people in here tonight.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, buljoil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Welcome back. Secondary school students in Tobago are diving into the world of recycling thanks to encouraging and engaging sessions organized by the Tobago Recycling Resource Initiative. Collaborating with the environmental clubs and NGOs, TRII aims to educate students on the significance of recycling and the wide range of materials that can be reused. While many students were aware that items like glass bottles, plastic, and soda cans can be used to recycle, they were surprised to discover that materials such as milk cartons, cardboards, plastic wrapping, and more can be repurposed. The initiative's goal is to foster a culture of recycling across the island, encouraging people to recycle rather than dispose of materials. During these interactive sessions, TRI introduced various games that allowed students to participate and win prizes, all while learning about recycling practices. The hope is that these activities will inspire students to adopt recycling habits in their daily lives. Bins designated for recyclables are conveniently located throughout the island to facilitate collection. All collected materials are transported to TRI's warehouse at Tatco Compound, where they are meticulously sorted before being shipped to recycling facilities in different countries. The initiative not only educates the younger generation, but also contributes to the environmental sustainability by reducing waste and promoting responsible consumption habits among Tobagonians. The weather report is next. Stay with us.
Everything, I get me ticket in my bag, me get everything there. Me ready for them today. Oh Lord, me excited, you know. This thing I excited about. So long this car for start. Wait, 9:30 already, and we still home here. Me not like the late thing, Richard. I wonder what to... We can't take this late story on your spin wrong every time. Me don't want to meet down the late, you know, like I do one them, I must feel them a reach before me. Richard! It's time for us to leave here. Come now, man, you just like a spinning time.
Don't forget your stick, or you'll get over there.
Oh, God, oh, me no manage without me can't touch your darling. Let me go.
Into
to do?
Oh God, me forget my flag.
Oh God, you forget something again.
Me forget my flag.
We ain't going again now.
Flag.
Oh, gosh, man.
Yes, we ready. There we go.
But wait, these boys little girl rest this spot I touch to put it in the car. What is wrong with them, boy? Let me do my thing myself, yes? Wait, Flora, where you going? Well, I'm going sports. I'm going to pick up my mother, my children, my grandchildren, and I'm going sports.
I know coming by you to get some food, you going away? Nah, man. Well, I have to come with you.
That's not a problem. You gotta come with me in the sports.
Well, here now. I don't get on a blue just so we go pump. Let me help you with the pot.
Well, right, let's
and
go.
Take it to the car.
Let's go.
And
we go and pick up the rest.
Yeah.
How long we waiting for this man to come?
I'm sure he's when he calling me there, you know. Yeah, babes.
Look how long we waiting on you here now, man.
I come in and tell her in the garage.
And them children waiting. I show them how long outside there.
They know money out to make.
Me and them children leaving. We going and catch car.
Yeah, I know jersey already.
But jersey you're telling me about, but I iron the jersey.
Well, I know, let's go ahead. But I come in. You know when you see a dark in that blue jersey there is what?
Goodbye. Sharon, come, let we go, eh? Your father? Waste that time. I don't know what he was doing so long and up to now we ain't come yet. Come, let we go.
It's nonsense.
Oh, now we going. Hello, you all need to hush. We going and catch car and we going to sports. Just put out all your hand and let me catch the car.
Join the Tobago People's Party for the TPP Sports and Family Day, June 19th, as we gather 10 a.m. at the Montgomery Recreational Ground. It's gonna be a sea of blue. So come in any shade. Blue is the code. Blue is the code.
Here's what to expect of the weather tonight into tomorrow from the TNT Met office. Tonight is generally fair and hazy apart from odd brisk shower. The nighttime temperature should be around 27 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow mainly sunny, hazy and at times breezy despite the medium chance of few brief passing showers. A fair but hazy night is expected. Tomorrow's temperature should reach a high of 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 36 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate with waves near 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter, occasionally choppy in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:40 and sunset at 6:26. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. More hydrocarbon detected near Gulfstream vessel. Fishermen blame TNT salvage for new oil spill. Watson Duke says 50 million not enough. And coral bleaching recovered detected at Mount Irving. I am Bianna Brebner. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.